Yo, what's going on with it? What's going on with it? Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I want to talk about a couple of the sponsors or a couple of the affiliates. Uh, we got socks and things. So anybody who's looking for customized socks, I'll put an email. Email me. Um, if you want to get customized socks for your team. Uh, Secondarily, if you're looking to fundraise for your sports team, we have no upfront cost fundraisers. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Um, I could put an email for that as well. Uh, Email me for any of those. Uh, get your team fundraised. Get some custom socks. Let's do it. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about today in the NBA. What's up with it? Hope everybody's doing well. I cannot see anybody in the chat as of this second, but there's nobody on here right now, so that's okay. All right, all right. Let me see if the sound's all right here. It sounds pretty good to me. All right, you want to look at the? Let's look at the rookie rankings right here. I'm really liking what Concanipple is doing. Definitely can feel them on that. So we got Yegor Demon. I feel like he's done a decent job with his three. You know what I mean? Because look at even what they're saying: 39%, 29% in college, right? He's a taller point guard, but the shooting was actually the challenge. And Colin Murray Boyles, he's more of a he's a defender. He's an inside guy, but as they're saying, he's doing a great job with rebounding. Trey Johnson, I would have expected him to get a little more opportunities as far as scoring the ball, considering he plays for Washington, which is a team that's not really playing for a lot right now. He's I would say him and Concanipple are the two best shooters in this draft. Um, Coming into the draft, a lot of people said, he's arguably the best shooter. At high school, him and Concanipple and Liam McNeely, who's also on Charlotte Hornets, were considered like the top shooters in this class, their high school class. So shout out to him. Kalkbrenner out of Creighton, defender, right? He's a rim protector, 1.6 blocks per game, and a 58% opposing field goal percentage at the rim. That puts him, one of the best. And shout out to Joel Embiid for being on that list. But you can see a lot of these clinging. Like that's not a surprise there. Yeah, he makes his shots as a Um, yeah, I mean, to me, yeah, his shooting has not been great. I can't lie on that. His shooting has not been great as Dylan Harper. Um, I think part of that, he's used to being like the guy who just controls the game, has the ball in his hands a lot more. But he's taking a lot of these. Seems like he's getting a lot of these shots like off the ball. So it's it's okay. I still think he's the best rookie in this class, but that's just my opinion. 24% from three, that needs a lot of work, but not. Yeah, I mean this does bring up a good point, right? When you're shooting, when your free throw shooting is not that great, that kind of does give you a sign of what kind of a shooter a person may become. Um, since 2010, who shot worse than 75% on free throws and 30% are Castle, who still is struggling, I would say, as a 3 point shooter, but the mid range isn't bad. Isaiah Collier, Cody Williams, who still has a lot of work to do as a shooter, Josh Christopher, who's not in the league right now, Isaac Okoro, um, who's probably him and Josh Okogie. Shout out to my African brothers, but they're more known for their defense. Jared Culver, no longer in the league. Ben Simmons, we know his shooting struggles. Alfred Payton never really turned into a shooter. Michael Carter Williams never really turned into a shooter. Nate Walters, that's a little bit surprising. Eric Bledsoe was never like a great shooter, but not terrible. Phil Pressey. Yo, J Pop, what's up, man? Chauncey, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, that Jimmy Butler is crazy, man. I actually want to. Yeah, let me see a little bit more about this Jimmy Butler thing. Um, hmm, let me go to teams. Golden State. Yo, that Jimmy Butler is a killer. Trying to see all the specifics on that though. ACL tear. Hmm. You think so? You think he's done? You think you think Jimmy Butler's like done? Cedric Coward, he's another good shooter. You know, guess he's slumping right now, but he's another good shooter. Derek Queen can't really say anything negative about Derek Queen, man. He was really good in college at Maryland. He's continued that in the league. I feel like him and Thomas Sorber did a really good job. Yeah, the Clippers are pretty legitimate at this point, right? Would you say? I feel like they've kind of like turned it on. Like I don't know if they were trying to like save it for the playoffs a little bit, but now they're just gotta turn it on to even make the playoffs. Yeah, right. Clippers are like they're not playing around anymore. Um, yeah, I think Derek Queen's got a lot of potential. VJ Edgecombe, yeah, I would agree. He got he uh he started really hot. But my thing that surprised me, yeah, similar to this. Like everything this is saying is I'm in agreement with. Like I never thought VJ Edgecombe would come into the NBA shooting 37% from three. I never thought that. I mean, as a high school player, as a college player, never really saw that, right? But he's a dummy athlete. Yeah, and to this article's point, Harper comes off the bench, right? So he doesn't have the same opportunities as Knipple and Flag and Edgecombe to really uh, impose his will on the game. Yeah, thing I like about Knipple is yeah, I mean they're in agreement with you. They're saying Cooper Flag is the heavy favorite for Rookie of the Year. I mean he's splashing them threes. I'll tell you that. You said Lamelo was bad yesterday. Like he struggled yesterday. Yeah, he didn't really. Hmm. I wonder why they kept him on the bench. You think he's out of there? No way. And there's gonna be that crazy storm coming, right? There's gonna be that crazy storm coming this weekend too, right? Yeah, that's a rough game. That's a rough game. I wonder if he's out of there. I wonder if he's no longer coming back. You're off from school because it's so cold. Minus 25. You're in Michigan, right? So yeah, Lamelo Ball struggled. I don't know if he's gonna. Long term if he's gonna be there, but this team is fairly balanced with Knipple. James didn't really score, but he invested the game in more than scoring. Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges. Yeah, Michigan's cold, man. Yeah, I heard it was like a storm last night. Nah, I mean, I think Lamelo's fine. Because you remember, look at the season. He had a really good season last year. You know, I feel like one of the challenges Lamelo's always had is health. Like he's never really played a lot. Like not to the degree his brother has struggled, but I feel like he just never plays that much. You know, um, Toronto has been pretty darn good this year. Like I'm surprised because they got rid of what's my man, my African brother, Masai Ujiri, and I think he was the best GM in the NBA or the best, you know, yeah, the best front office guy in the NBA. Look at the team that he built, and they got rid of him. I do think Brandon Ingram should be an All Star though. Scotty Barnes is really good. Quigley with 18, 6 and 8. He's been playing well. Shed is a tough guy. About Grady Dick just got to stay in there. Elijah Martin, he's another tough guy. Uh, Sacramento, I do not know what to say about Sacramento. I doubt a lot of these guys will be there. Malik Monk might not be there. Schroeder's probably not going to be there. Zach LaVine probably not going to be there. DeRozan, hopefully he gets on a winning team. Westbrook, I say keep him there. He's playing better than people expected. Do you think they could get any value for him? Dang, that's terrible. Oh man, I feel like that almost shot the season. I mean, they crap, man. That's crazy. I feel like Jimmy Butler's like always had a lot of injuries, but like he's always been hurt a lot, but I don't remember him having like a crazy injury like this though. I wonder what they could do for him to if they even want to trade him. Uh, um, SGA, just another big game. 11 assists, 40 points. Chet Holmgren, I do think he'll make an All-Star team. If for no other reason that they got to put two All-Stars from this team. Um, Giannis, he might stay put for the rest of the year. Good game from Cole Anthony, 17. Pistons have been right there though. Yeah, right. It's gonna be tough to yeah, it's gonna be tough to find some options for your boy Jimmy. I mean, and he was actually playing well this year though. It's not like he wasn't playing well. I don't think the team was gelling. I don't even know if he was a perfect fit either. But as far as SGA, yeah, SGA is like, man, I feel like at this point, unless Jokic comes back pretty soon, you might just have to give him another MVP. Um, unless something crazy happens with like Jalen Brown or Cade Cunningham. Um, Jalen Duren playing huge basketball this year. Shout out to him. Um, Memphis, right? Yeah, Penny Hardaway kid. Still looking to see if Jaden Ivey could regain his form. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. But Trey Murphy might be a good fit for the Golden State Warriors. Seems like they're kind of interested in him. New Orleans, tricky team. I don't know what's going on there, but they still got some talent. They definitely got players. It's just Kispert, 8 points, 2 Trey balls. After coming here in the Trey Young trade, Jalen Johnson doing what he's been doing, uh, playing at a really high level. Nikhil's been playing at a high level. Dyson Daniels has been playing at a high level. Luke Kennard, 4 Trey balls. He could really shoot that thing anyway. CJ McCollum coming off the bench. Kind of not great, but John Morant's back to hooping though. Looks like he's got like a new pep in his step, and he's been hooping a little bit as of late. Jaren Jackson Jr. You know, solid, one of the better defenders in the game. People say different things about his rebounding and things like that, but if Ja Morant plays like this every night, that's all he really needs to do. Yeah, the Nets got fried. Uh, like who do I think is like the All Star starters? You saying? Did they announce them? Did they announce the All Star starters? Hmm. All right, let me pull it up. All right, let's look at the All Star starters. Um, this one makes sense. Steph Curry. Yeah, I feel like people maybe have an argument there. SGA, no, you can't argue that. Oh, okay. On Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, I wanted to live on Martin Luther King Day. I got caught up with work, trying to working on stuff. Um, yeah. So you feel like Edwards could be here and Curry maybe come off the bench. Everything else seems about right to me. East looks about right. They're just kind of small. They're a little bit smaller. Yeah, I could see it over Yama as well. He's missed a lot of time. He's missed a lot of time. Um, is there anybody else you think on the West? Well, I feel like he's got the Lakers, in a decent position. I know a lot of people are not happy with the way the Lakers are rolling right now, but I feel like they're in a decent spot. So I can't argue with him as a player. Um, he took his team to the finals too, though. In a really rough West. Yeah, Kawhi is frying. Like this is the most serious I've ever seen Kawhi in the regular season. Like, or at least in a really long time. Like he is frying. Like, I was going through some of his games. He had like what 32, 37, 55, 42, 40. Like, he's just been. I've never seen Kawhi get 50 in a game. Yeah, seriously, Kobe, right? Yeah, a lot of people didn't feel like Kyrie played as well as he could have. I didn't really think he was that bad. I felt like they were outworked, but you feel like Kyrie needed to step up a little more. Man, I remember that 81 point game, dude. I didn't watch it live, but I remember like this was when the internet wasn't that good, but I remember because Kobe was my favorite player to watch growing up. So I remember like my brother and I were looking at it, and he had like 60 something points, and I was like, and I went to school, and I didn't know what he finished with, and I was like, and I told this kid at my school, I was like, yo, I think Kobe scored like 70 points, and he was like, yo, shut up, man, you don't know what you're talking about. And then he turns it on. He turns on the NBA.com, and dude had 81 points. I was like, this is unreal. And this was back when people didn't score. Like it's a lot. You see a lot of like 60 point games now, but like back then, you didn't really see that many. Like even 50 point games weren't even that common, and people didn't shoot that many threes back then either. Kobe did, but most people didn't. Wait, who? Who averaged 16 on 38%? You trying to see Luca go for 80? Yo, if he scores 80, that'd be crazy. Um, yeah, the Nets got fried, but I don't think they really care. Yeah, he did, right? Yeah, no, it's possible. It's definitely possible. You think somebody could get 100? Brunson with 24 and 5. Karl Anthony Towns with 14 points, 8 rebounds. Let me see if he had any blocks. No, Miles Bridges was the one with the blocks. Landry Shamet had a pretty good game, 18 points, and Deuce McBride's been playing well all year. And Kolek's been pretty good for the minutes that he's had. Michael Porter Jr. Look at the Nets at the end. Probably should have saved them to the end though. I feel like Pascal Siakam's been pretty good this whole year. Not really in a winning situation, but he's been good. Jalen Brown's been frying. That's why he's a starter, and he should be. Um, Anthony Simons hasn't been bad, and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard have tried in their roles. Um, I like Luca Garza the way he's been playing this year. I think he's had a better year than other years. Right, 7.6. So career average is 9 minutes a game. He's averaging 16. So just a little more opportunity for a guy who works really hard. But oh yeah. Oof. I would hate to see Brunson try to go for 100 points. I feel like that guy. He always looks so like, oh man. He always looks like he's beat up. Like I respect him a lot. Um, what do you think about if they still played together? You think they could have worked out well together? Like if they stayed in Marcus Smart. If they stayed in Dallas together? Steph Curry just doing vintage Steph Curry stuff. 38 points. Moses Moody, he's had some decent games. Jonathan Kaminga, I think he's not healthy right now. DeAnthony Melton. Like it's been somebody. It's been Pajimski. Cooper Flag with 21 and 11. Max Christie with 21. Brandon Williams with 19 and 4. And Nemhart in 12 minutes still had a solid game. Yeah. But in my head, I feel like Kyrie might have been a better fit because like I feel like Kyrie kind of took that off the ball kind of role. I mean, even though I think Brunson could probably play off the ball too because he could still shoot. Good to see Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray. I think Watson's been playing really well, but I think Jamal Murray should be an All Star this time. Like I feel like he's gotten snubbed many times. I think like he should be on the All Star team. Trey Johnson, man, I'm telling you, man, this kid can shoot the rock, man. He's been playing better. Will Riley, there you go. He's got potential. And Alex Sarr is good, playing a lot better than last year. Yeah, yeah, he's like a smart player. Is Kyrie? Yeah, yeah. Been to the finals before, right? We'll see if the Knicks can make it to the finals this year. We got Kevin Durant just doing like typical Kevin Durant things. Shengun, decent overall game. Didn't shoot the ball really well, but decent overall game. Amin Thompson, 9 assists. Reed Shepard with 14, 4 assists. Didn't shoot the ball that well either. Yeah, Kyrie has that championship experience, right? Yeah, You can't. Yeah, you can't beat that for real. Joel Embiid. No, that's a good point. Um, Joel Embiid with a triple double. Joel Embiid has been playing. Like I don't know if he's getting healthier or I don't know what's going on, but in his last 10, he's averaging 27 and 7.8. Looks like he's been, rolling. I don't know if they're giving him more opportunities. It still seems like Maxi's shooting the most shots though, but he's playing really efficient basketball, and that guy knows how to score the ball. He knows how to draw fouls. Yeah, right. Like that was like a big time Embiid performance. Like I don't know if he's getting healthier. I know he had that dunk not too long ago. Like maybe his legs are starting to get under him. He never really looks like spectacularly healthy. Like he just moves a little awkwardly. There's a few guys that are like that. They just move a little awkwardly, but I mean he's playing well. LaMelo had more of a bounce back game this game. 16 points, 7 rebounds, seven assists, 6 rebounds, 4 tray balls. Concanibal with 13 and 10. Brandon Miller with 20 and 4. Brandon Miller's just been really consistent this year. Colin Sexton, to me, he's been really consistent this year. We talked about Ryan Kalkbrenner a little bit earlier as a rim protector, right? So shout out to him. Shout out to a guy like Antonio Reeves too. Um, Kentucky guy doesn't get like a lot of pub, but good to see him in the league doing well. James from Duke, all those Duke guys in the NBA. Um, Orlando's is always interesting, man. I'm not sure, but they're trying to ease the Wagner brothers back in. Um, Bankero with 23. Super up and down season. Yoda, what up, man? Yo, man, Yoda, how you doing, man? How you feeling, man? Yo, I feel like we gotta get like the old crew back, like William Allen and Reverse Flash, Anthony. Yeah, we gotta get the whole crew back. Yeah, that's a true point. Yeah, yeah. You're saying Lamelo should have played better on his like national on his opportunity day, right? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Kachona's getting the start here. I definitely think Denny Agbia's got to make an All Star team too. Yoda, you think it's the last few weeks for DeRozan in Sacramento? Yeah, it might be the end in Sacramento, right? Yeah, they might just have to blow that thing up. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's wrong with Sacramento. I just don't think they have the right environment, like the right leadership. Like I feel like a guy like even though like Charlotte's not winning, I feel like a guy like Concanipple, he brings a certain type of professionalism and consistency. Freedom Mar. Yeah, dude. No, I hear you, man. You know, I mean, Now that now that Jimmy Butler's, hurt, maybe you put him in Golden State. Yeah, you feel like Sack doesn't have any defense? Cody Williams starting to play more. Um Ace Bailey looking good today. Keontae George been crushing all season. I don't think Keontae George will make an All-Star team, but I do think De'Aaron Fox should make an All-Star team though. I think he's been frying. Hey, there you go. Lakers rolling early. I know they were saying Kawhi might not play, but darn, Kawhi and James Harden have just been like, look at James Harden's numbers, man. Dang it. 26, 8 assists, man. He's just like they're doing whatever they got to do to figure this out. Yeah, I think like the Clippers record looks way better than it looked like, I don't know, this time last month. It was looking dangerously bad. Um Last month. Uh let me look at the standings and then just discuss the Nets a little bit. Clippers in the play-in. OKC and San Antonio and Denver just holding pace. Denver is doing pretty well considering they haven't had Jokic in a minute. Shout out to Boston, man. Jalen Brown. And from Miami, I think Norman Powell should get his All Star nod. I think he's done enough to warrant that. All right, let's look at the Nets. Michael Porter Jr. He's having his big year. He's having the opportunity to really um the opportunity to really lead a team here, and he's like third on the team in assists. You know, um, Claxton is the leader in assists, which is probably because they need to put the ball in Yegor Demon's hands a little bit more. He's probably the I wouldn't say probably. I think he has to be the best playmaker on this team um, by a wide margin. And yeah, Cam Thomas is another really good scorer. But other than that, they don't really have a lot of scorers on this team. So um, a draft pick could do something. Yeah, seriously. Um, James Harden he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. Credit to him. Like he's just a guy who's just lasted. He's just lasted as a great player, and it'd be interesting if he could, you know, ever add a title. It's the one, as they say, the proverbial monkey on his back is not having that title, but he's been such a good player for so long, though. Uh, Yoda, how's the weather by you? Is it crazy snowy? I know you're in the Midwest too. Both of you guys are in the Midwest. I imagine it's crazy. You got him top 25 all time if he gets a title. It's not snowing yet? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I heard it's gonna be nutty this weekend though. Unfortunately, I think we're all getting it. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. Yeah, Michigan, right? Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, you probably can't escape it in Michigan. Yeah, I figured like the whole Midwest was like a lot of snow though, like Missouri, Kansas, Michigan, Illinois. But I never really been out there. I never really been out there. I've only been to like parts of Ohio, but that's like the most Midwest I've been. Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, yeah. The pastor I was doing Bible study with yesterday, he's in Michigan. He said it was crazy, crazy snow yesterday. He's in Livonia. Have you heard of Livonia? Is it? I think that's in Michigan. Livonia, Michigan. I think it's close to like Pontiac, Michigan. Yeah, right. Let me. Laravia's got 6, and there's 4, and then that's it. And the Smart. But I really think the Lakers got to get Austin Reeves back. Not sure if they're gonna trade him, but I really do think for while they have him, you need him. And I feel like Kobe Sanders has been better. Oh, there you go. Little short shot. James Harden misses the three. I'll 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 um I'll finish up the first quarter, and then I'll let y'all rest up for the rest of the night. Brooke Lopez with a defensive rebound. Brooke Lopez hasn't been bad though. No, not yet. Not yet, but potentially this weekend. Potentially this weekend's gonna be a little bit nutty. So I'm gonna have to shovel a little bit. But I'm trying to get rich. So when I get a really cool place, um, I won't complain about shoveling. That's why we got to blow this up. We blow all these things up, then I'll share the revenue with y'all. I'll just be I'll just be sharing revenue. I've been thinking about getting like a Telegram or like a WhatsApp group. Like if y'all think of any ideas or whatever, like that if we should, maybe get like a Telegram, WhatsApp group or something. Let me know if y'all come up with any ideas. James Harden with the miss to close out the quarter. Rui Hachimura, I imagine he probably doesn't shoot it because he probably doesn't want to ruin his percentage. Oh, he did. Swapped the three. 7-point game. You got the Clippers up over the Lakers. First quarter. Yeah, we just have like a big like an NBA finals. We should just like rent out like we should rent out like a what's that place that they used to have? It was like a sports place. ESPN, not ESPN Zone, but like kind of like ESPN Zone. I forgot what they call it. But one of those sports places, and or maybe like even like a Buffalo Wild Wings. We just do Buffalo Wild Wings in like Chicago or something. Yeah, Harden with a nice first quarter. Kawhi with a nice first quarter. Zubats with a nice first quarter. Obviously, he's been dominating for the Lakers here, um, keeping them pace. Probably just needs a little bit more help. That's why I'm thinking if uh, if Austin Reeves could come back. I don't really know what his injury is or what his problem or what the issue is. And they could probably use Dalton Connect, but they never play him enough. Good to see Patrick Baldwin Jr. though. I feel like he's a solid player who can shoot. He's only 23 years old. But yeah, calf strain. Yeah, I guess those soft tissue injuries are a little bit tough to tell, like when you should come back or when you shouldn't come back. But yeah, that kind of that's not fun. I definitely think they need De'Aaron Fox on the All Star team. Dylan Harper struggling again though, but no worries. All right, I'm gonna let y'all watch the game. Yo, as always, you know I always appreciate y'all, and I'm wishing y'all well. I'm gonna try to hopefully come back on tomorrow, and we're not snowed in, and we're not the world hasn't. Nah, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube. But we're not snowed in. I'll leave it there. Oh, y'all too. Everybody take care. Everybody who's watching. I don't know if there's other people watching, but God bless in Jesus' name. Amen. I appreciate everybody. Take care. All right, take care, Yoda. God bless.